Episode 13, bro.
Oh, episode 13. That is right. Your boy's gonna have to mute himself for a second.
You okay, bro?
Oh, let's just say I started the episode off right. Well, episode 13, we're here. You know the usual. Get your smoke on, get your drink, get your teas, get your coffee, get your water, whatever you need. We're about to kick it for an hour. We're gonna have the guys from Pepe DAO. But as usual, we're gonna do some TA, see what the market's telling us for this week, and then also go over some crypto news. There's a lot of exciting things. We saw PulseX launch. I'm sure you're excited about that one, crypto buddy.
Mate, love Pulse Chain, love Hex.
All the Hexicans finally got that dub.
Yep. Might get a little post for Richard Hart, I think, in my room.
You know what I was curious about is, so I've seen the liquidity basically get dumped on ETH. What exactly is going on there? Is all the money just being transferred over, or you think on the ETH chain it just won't be worth much?
Well, at the moment, it's kind of, I think Ethereum Hex is doing better than P Hex at the moment. But yeah, I think you just kind of split it. I'm not 100% sure. I still need a bit of research into it. I've been mega busy this week and keeping up with the whole cross chain thing at the same time. Crazy.
Right. I think, yeah, see, it's down 16% today. I saw it go down earlier. All right, let's see. We've got a message from the Pepe DAO. We're either going to have them up first and do it that way, or we're just going to do it the normal way, the format with the TA.
Yep.
Let me check. All right, so far, no response. They're not in the stream, so I guess let's run it.
Yeah, go for it. Let's do it.
All right. What did we leave off? Yeah, let's do it. That's the one that I use for direction. All the other ones just follow. Let's see. Last week was what? Right here. Okay, so we left off around here. Trying to figure out what kind of TA we had going on. I think we were probably just talking about how it was as a deciding factor. And I was actually trading Bitcoin this week. I took a break from Ethereum because it broke my back a little bit. So I went back to BTC, and it had been moving sideways a lot, especially during the weekend. Like, there's really no movement. You would get what I call the Bart Simpson, which is this, the fake, and then it just go right back. And I'll show you what to look out for, which is one thing I look for. I've talked about this pattern a lot, which is the bull flag, the bull pennant right here. That one usually gets two leg up. So you get the initial leg up, and then it goes down, corrects some, and then it continues one more. So you usually want to get out of your positions by that second leg up. And then, of course, it dumped all the way right back. And then we had this wick. I remember trading this because it had gone up to like 27.2, and then it went right back down to an entry level and then reversed. And I was able to get an exit here. I was able to get a short in right here, exit right here, and get a long in from there. From here, actually, not from this one, but maybe from this candle. And that was, we put it on the Shield Team 6 private Discord. Look at them trying to advertise. We don't need your service. All right, let's see. But as of right now, it looks like it does need to correct. I'm starting to be a fan of the higher time frames just because it takes more time to play off, and it's a little bit safer than, for example, the hourly. This is the weekend, so that's why I don't like to trade the weekend. If you see, you get a long, short, long, short, long, short, but it's like barely any movement. These are the waves I like to trade, these massive waves. So I've been trading on that one. That's where I decided to take that long, just because I saw how it had been overexhausted. One of my favorite things is to look at the higher time frames to see if this move has been exhausted. So on the 2 hour, which there's 20 minutes left, so we're either going to see a pump or it get rejected. But this hill needs to, it's either going to cross down with a VWAP. But if I look at the higher time frames, that hill hasn't formed. So I'm thinking we still have room to pump up. There's PM pumps that happen around like 3:30 to 4 that I usually like anticipate or wait for. So We won't be able to see it on the stream. However, that's what I'm waiting for to kind of happen for right now. But so let me go on the short term hourly. So yeah, the hourly wants to correct. I'm gonna go into the shorter time frames to see what is happening. All right, so we got the long signal, got short. The money flow is still in red. Go wait. Okay. So these are usually the better ones to see. This is some kind of bottom right now. Really needs to move up on this lower time frame. We still have plenty of time until the daily closes, plenty of time until the stock market closes. So if anyone's in a trade, oh, I will. I see you, Crypto Buddy. We still have plenty of time to really ease into this. Sometimes you just got to walk away, let it play out. So on the 5 minute, it has been really oversold. You could see where it said that it would pump, and pump got rejected. So far, it has higher or lower highs. I guess you can say it hasn't necessarily hit a lower low. So as long as it holds the support, this uptrend, this 26, we should go retest 27K again. And then the way I see it is we're doing the over-under game, trying to get to 27, staying under by a little bit, but then going over by 200, and then like trying to figure its wiggle room. And let's see, 30 minute. How much time we have left on that? 16 minutes. You know, if this VWAP starts to curve up and we get another one of these little tiny hills, this one here, then that will take us to a new higher high technically. And actually this larger trend on the 30 minute would still be good. We got lower highs, higher highs. So far so good. This needs to cool off. So this is a healthy correction right now. And I think the last thing that I'm going to look at is the daily, because last time, yeah, you see we got a long signal here, but it's already saying go down. There's a wick, so I'm cooling. I'm waiting until today really to see what it wants to do. There's no real clear direction. It's been trading sideways in this price range for a while, and it's like a spring. It's only so much it can do before it bounces. And I think there's a report tomorrow. There's a Jerome Powell speaking at 12, I believe, Eastern. And I've started to hear that maybe that's what the markets are waiting for, to hear what he's going to say to make that initial breakout, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. And that's really what you have to look out for. And if we're going to be playing that, I guess this is me just like talking out loud right now. This is what the range we'd want to look for. This right here.
Is there a place where you can go see where all the reports coming out?
Yeah, so I think there's like a Fed website. Usually I also go just on YouTube, and there's a lot of places that will just have him live. Like you can just go.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So this is the ranges though. 27,400. Let's say, yeah, let's keep it at 485, but roughly like 27,500 if you want to round up. It's tapped there a couple times, and then so this can be considered a bottom support. We have some wicks down there, but that's up to you as the trader if you want to consider. Some people do the wick, some people do the body. So right here, if this does get, I think it's actually in a perfect point, because it's not too far if it gets rejected to try this support, and it's not too far to come break this out. And if the news are good, it's going to break out of this channel. It's going to retest this 28,000, what is that, 235. And if it holds there, it's going to go right back to this 29, like this channel we were trading in for before we broke out. And usually this tends to happen with these reports. So that's one thing I've added to my arsenal. Just know when the report dates are coming so you don't get blindsided, because I've been blindsided. So I've learned from experience with that one. Let's see, 2 hours still looking good. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. So tomorrow is a big day if you guys have trades, if you're holding them, or if you're looking for a trade to open up. I would be looking for confirmation around like the 27.5. like a good candle. Don't just see a wick and then just open up a position, because you can see what happens when it wicks up, boom, wick up, boom. And it hasn't really retested that since then. So we got 2 BARTs in that chart. And that's basically it. That's what I'm thinking for Bitcoin for the week. Tomorrow's going to be a pivotal day, and that could bring us up to the 20, or maybe not directly there, but the 28,200 area. Build some support, trade sideways like we're right there, a little bit right there. So yeah, actually, that's something I just noticed. Before this breakout, that was the previous support. So he was trading sideways. It finally broke out, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's when you open up a position. When you're in this channel, you've acknowledged the channel, and then you get a good you can either wait until a candle like this where it's on top of the support, or you can do like as long as it's a good solid one, and then boom, it broke out, it retested it, and then went right back up to this range, boom, and then it broke out, and then it had a healthy retracement to only get rejected. And we're right now on this exchange, I'm looking at 26,850, which is the higher range of the pump area. If it falls under 26,800, it's a very good support for the day right now. Yeah. I've been monitoring this all day, so that's like the one I've been seeing like bounce off consistently every single time, and then it goes to 900 and then it gets rejected right back. So I'm waiting for the afternoon to really see what's going on. What do you think? You got your indicators, or you dropped them off? I remember you saying something.
Yeah, man, I dropped them off. I've been testing out this buy bot at the moment. So yeah, I haven't got my indicators with me.
So I'll ask you this. Now that you've used indicators to trade, and now that you're going to be using it without, do you see the benefits of these indicators, or do you feel that you have gained enough knowledge to go without them?
I think I have enough to go without them now. So okay. I was using them for about 5-6 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can kind of it's easier because it was doing it all for you, but now it's I can kind of spot the patterns a little bit easier. So once you get it's kind of nicer looking at a blank screen. Where you start the TA
instead of all this. That's interesting, because I'm the complete opposite. Without this indicator right here, I would not look. I wouldn't be clueless to a sense where I wouldn't not recognize patterns, but it would be a lot harder to identify the tops and the bottoms. And I know this uses moving averages. If you see here, it shows you all the moving averages it uses. And I mean, this indicator is money. This is multiple indicators into one, and I mean, all I do is honestly just wait till these reset. The higher the time frames, the better. And then I combine the knowledge that you were saying with this indicator, and it's money. So it's weird. I feel naked trading without this bad boy right here, because this thing just is gold. And it's not just for crypto. If I wanted to take it to stocks, any commodity, any market, it works just flawlessly. It works better in I believe it forks, but I haven't dabbled into that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think definitely need to. I'll get back into trading. But yeah, I'm just trying this trading bot at the moment to see how that goes. It's been kind of nice doing that with work.
Yeah, let me know how that goes. The bot scene has been coming up a lot. We saw with bot gains V2, that's been a thing. And I was in a Twitter space, I think 2 weeks ago, and people were talking about bots and having a bot do the algorithm trading for you, so you don't have to worry about emotions. It just does what the code tells you. And I see some perks to it. I haven't found one that I feel I could trust yet, but you're messing with it. Maybe some other team folks are messing with it. We have now partners I can reach out to at bot gains if I'm ever interested in understanding and getting more answers on that. But for now, I'm just keeping it manual. I'd rather lose my sleep to catch these trades.
Yeah, same man.
All right. All right. So
Would
I guess from here, let's just go into ETH. Really, there's not much we can do right now in the BTC until it decides to do its moves. We got 8 minutes until the hourly and the new 6 hour candle, which is one of my favorite candles to trade. So we'll see. I'll go back to that here in 8 minutes. For now, just kind of go back into ETH. ETH, man, I was trading this bad boy like you could see it. I was doing some good TA, and then I got wrecked with one of these plays, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go back to Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin, like I have better flow with. ETH moves nice, so it can work, but that one made me lose a lot more sleep than these Bitcoin trades. So we'll see what happened. I think when we left off, we were trading around these ranges. Oof, that wasn't that. Right here. Yeah, that's the
Alright,
one.
so-
That's the bad boy that hurt me. Yeah, so I had like even a trade that I had a trade trigger to long on this and it opened it right here and then it only lasted like minutes, I swear. And then I had to like make a tactical kill because this I think liquidation was around this point and I like I think when I made the choice it was like around here and then I within like hours and you know how this is you're a trader it started to reverse right back into that area and I was like you know what let me just step away like it's always best and it still hasn't tested that same price if you look it's been below that for this whole time like since last week
Yeah, man.
and now that I'm all right so we're looking at a higher time frame
It's always good to step away for a little bit, though.
You have to. Sometimes you can make money that way. Like I've had to do that, especially when like a trade's going against you, and you know like the TA, like you know the time frame. You just got to wait it out. It's best because seeing that trade go down and like you're just watching it, and then for like I was like watching it here. Imagine if I would have just walked away right here, like instead of looking at it. Had a better fighting chance, but it was probably better to just let that one go, and I could trade around it. And that's what I just decided to do. So we're trading in this range right here. I would say 1828 is really the range it needs to break out of. It is holding. Let me do this real quick. It's still in this trend, so this is good. Higher lows so far. The only thing that we have not had is the higher highs. A lot of sideways movement. Really just holding this price range. 1800. So
You are starting to get the lower lows now. So, yeah, it's retesting that, but you are hitting the lower lows. Sorry, not. You know what I mean? The higher lows.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, I know. They're all the same, right? But you see this curvature. This is on the 2 hours. So this one is starting to kind of curve down. We'll see in 4 minutes if we get a red dot. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get a continuation. If not, it's okay. Just this is the trend you want to look for. If you are looking to trade this for tomorrow's news event, I would do the same exact thing. Wait until it either gets a solid one right here. You can even pick up a retest right here if you want to, and then it should do that, retest these prices. If not, we're going to start rejecting to this. Maybe we'll trade around here, but then we'll get the leg down to around here and then trade sideways before we get another leg down. And that's usually how these patterns go about until we form a new one. Let me just delete these. And again, the daily closes in, let's see, it's 6 hours. So that's one kind of neat thing. You don't have to wait until tomorrow for that daily candle to close. And let me see where they're at the daily. Okay, I am seeing a curve down, so that's not good. But we'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow's going to be a big day, I think, for all the markets. Stock market, yeah, all of them. All right, now I'm going to actually go break down into, let's go into the 30-minute. Let's see what's happening like right now. So it's pumped a lot. It's even when it's set to short, which was right here, it immediately pumped up. And this is actually a divergence. On this is a lower one, and this printed high. So that might actually end up going down and retesting like 1800 before it tries to bounce back up. Again, like one of the biggest things I've always said when I'm looking at positions, depending if you're shorting or longing, You don't want to be taking, like, if I'm looking for a long, you don't want to be taking them up there. You want to be taking these. And even if these, like, this didn't work out, this didn't work out, and this one didn't work out, if you do proper wallet management and proper leverage, you can survive this and also make sure that your emotions aren't messing with you. And then you just wait it out. Wait it out for it to reverse until you get that hill. It always has to form. That hill always has to form. And then just get out. You just have to see a lot of rejections. However, as long as it doesn't break that trend, you're safe. Have your stop losses. That's one of the biggest things I've added, because if not, your boy will just let that thing ride out. And since I'm doing the NFTs, I have to be a little bit more considerate. So it's not just all my funds. So that's how I've been running it. And I think that's really what it is. ETH needs to cool off, although it doesn't look like it wants to. It looks like it's gonna maybe chill off around this area and go up. Oh, sweet. Oh, snap. I think we got someone from the Pepe DAO snuck in here.
He did sneak in.
Can you see in here? Can you chat? What's up, brother? Sneaking in like a ninja. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Yeah, he's not in here yet, but he's listening. I don't know if he's in the chat as well. Oh, here you go. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. I'm trying to get the white paper. All right. Anyways, so while we wait, the thing I also look for is this VWAMP, this yellow line right here. If it wants to curve up, that means it's not done moving, which is, I don't like it. I'd rather, again, see the hill down here. I'd rather it reverse down here, but this usually forms like a bull flag. There's the pole, then that's the flag, which is kind of right there. I'm sure if I go into the lower time frames, I might be able to spot it. Let's see. No, not really. There's nothing there yet. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. So we got 1 minute to the new daily. So I think that's gonna be probably the TA across all the chains. We're gonna go into, where is it? My boy BNB next, and I bet you they're all trading in this similar pattern and waiting for tomorrow's move. So right here, let's say we could say this is one of the bottoms. Put that in green so it's a support. Again, it's funny that the last one we were looking at had these wicks down here. You can count them if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep it up here where where it's there's support right here, there's support right there, there's support right there. This one almost made it to that but bounced off. And then the very top, right here, rejection, support, and then I'll do this one in red so it's all the rejections. Just got to get past that line, which is 314 bucks. 305 seems to be the local bottom, maybe for this week. We'll see. And then tomorrow, same thing. If it breaks out of this trend, if it breaks that 315, if it's a good candle, we'll go back into the 324 area. We'll go back into this range right here. And then basically when that happens, it'll fall back into this trend that it was previously, and then you would trade that accordingly. So 329 would be the top, and then if it breaks that, we're going into these higher ranges. But for now, that's the ranges we should be looking for, 320. And then if it gets rejected, maybe we'll have some support at these wicks of 300. If not, it might fall back into this wedge that was before it broke out. And that would make it fall into 270. So maybe not likely. Maybe this, there's a lot of support in this range.
Yeah, probably move sideways for a little bit.
Yeah, I think tomorrow will be the day. And hopefully what doesn't happen, hopefully it just pushes it up. But if not, what might happen is when it does that pump up, it might just do one of those candles where it reverses right back into the trend. Just get everyone's hope up and then fake everyone out.
Yeah. So is Fox around yet, or is he chilling in the background?
The boy's probably chilling like a villain. I'll do Matic real quick though. Let's see.
Yeah, one of our
Check the
favorites.
chat real quick. Yep, not back yet. I'm gonna go straight into the 2 hour. That's the one I've been able to identify the trend right now the most. And yeah, you can see the consolidation in this range. All blockchains are moving like this right now, waiting for tomorrow, I think. Well, actually, I can't say tomorrow because that just came out today, like the news that he was going to be talking. So maybe not. I don't know. I think they're going to use the algorithm and all that tomorrow to make this breakout happen.
Okay.
And with this one, because yeah, I was just listening to there was a speaker today, but it wasn't Jerome. And then like while it was happening, it got updated, and there was actually something interesting, a little rant to go off real quick that was happening. There was a fake report about the Pentagon. There was supposedly a Pentagon fire, and the moment it came out, it actually made a bunch of the things dump, and that was interesting to see a fake post on Twitter made the markets react in such a way because as soon as it like everyone's like, okay, that was a fake, the markets just kind of went right back to where it was before it had really fallen off. Bitcoin had just tested 27, almost like 100, and then it went down to like 20. What was it? It's like 26, like 789. It had like dropped all that gain, and now it's like right there trying to retest the 27 range ish again.
Trading with emotions.
Yeah, you got to get out of it. Somatic, same story. So the range for that one is 88 cents. The support for that one's 84 cents. So it's trading in a very tight range. It's only going to get tighter. And as soon as that happens, we'll get the breakout. That should retest the 96 area. That'll be a big move. If not, do the 90-cent test before where this wicked off. And then we start. Let me see if there's previous. Yeah, no, there's not much like this range, 96 cents, like way back here. So it could do that. That would make more sense, like 93 before it goes to the high 90s.
Yeah, this is back. This is a steal though. Like this is back when we were saying, this is the time to get into it.
Somewhat. I think we were doing it right here actually. So barely, yeah. Not much of a difference, but this would basically have to be that bottom for this though. If this doesn't, this is just gonna, all this stuff right here was for nothing. It basically has retraced the majority of that run up that we were at right here on this rally, and that rally was like 74 cents, so we're not too far off.
Yeah. Fox is back in again. Yo, Fox, can you hear us?
Oh, I think I heard. Oh, yep, we can hear you. I think your audio is a little low. Was that just me?
Yeah, I think it's a little low.
All right, well, he gets that figured out. Yeah, he's probably getting it figured out. Fox is one of the guys from the Pepe DAO that we're going to have up talking more about the project. Anybody who's watching, while we have him up here, I always tell people, ask these questions. It's not a lot of times that you can actually have the people up that create the project on, especially on a platform like this. Straight up ask questions, get those answers, ask the tough ones, not the easy ones. We're going to go over the white paper. I think he did send it to me. Let me check if it downloaded. Over the website and a little bit over their ecosystem. I know a lot of you guys have been seeing the whole Pepe craze going around, and these guys are taking advantage of it. They got some cool things in store. I saw some drinks, some energy drinks I'm interested in getting myself, seeing what I can do. Saw the form was out. The roadmap, they're going along. They got partnerships, NFTs, staking, not out yet, but that's all on the roadmap. So very interested to have these guys on here and kind of just go more over. So that will help you. We're basically doing the due diligence for you guys right here. This is something you guys should do, but sometimes you don't have access to the developer or any team. and here's the platform to do it. So ask those questions, get in here, and hopefully we can get them on here.
They have a crazy amount of things going on, I'm sure.
Here's their website. I was just glancing over it.
Updated. Has that been updated?
I did. You know, I'm not sure if there was what you saw. I'm not sure. This was the first, and they're pretty cheap. Let me see if they range. So far, they're just all 0.6.
Yeah, you got the rares down at the bottom though, and the ultra rares at about, was like 600.
Oh yeah, the bottom was right here.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that one. The Pope.
Yo, Fox, can you hear us? You in the room?
I like that one.
Yeah, I like the top left.
Airdrops.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, there we go. Let me turn you up.
Let me just rejoin because my headphones aren't connecting. So I'll get them to connect and I'll be right back.
Okay, that's unstalling.
Okay, but
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna take off my screen and look for this white paper there we go.
so on other news, did you see that about Ledger and stuff like that this week?
I did not. What I missed? Oh wait, I think so. Weren't they like offering to hold your private keys or something like that?
Yeah.
That's.
And there's a few other things as well. You know, you got I think it's MetaMask. I saw something. I'll have to find it, but I saw something about a MetaMask token. Like if you previously used MetaMask.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I'm not sure what is going on with it right now. I heard one ways to be eligible for the airdrop was to be using the MetaMask swap. So there's a swap in here in this wallet.
Yeah.
Right here. Boom. Using this, supposedly, that's from what I heard back when I was doing my airdrop videos, like looking into them, that's usually one of the ways that these exchanges do the airdrops. If you look at Uniswap, if you look at 1inch, those guys, they all gave tokens to people who use their platform first and early, and that's been the pattern I've noticed across these good ones. So
everyone knows how massive the Uniswap airdrop was.
Oh my goodness, that was the first airdrop that ever got me excited.
How much money did people make on that, mate? I had 2 accounts of that.
At the peak, it went to like 17K.
Oh man, I sold well too early.
And I sold up there, but it was.
We've got a bit of ENJ Gold in here as well. He's from Spot.money. Go check that out.
Making blue up.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
yes,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Good afternoon for you. Good evening for me. And thanks for hosting me on this stream today.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming through and kicking it with us. Wanted to kind of get more information out, get some information to ourselves as the team that haven't been looking into it, and as some of the community members that haven't been looking into it as well. So I guess we can get into it. How you feeling today? How you doing? How's your evening?
Yeah, I'm very well. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're aware that I may have had a little accident recently.
You know what? I did see it. I don't know if you want to talk about it here, but we appreciate you being here, my brother.
Yeah, buddy.
I am absolutely fine, dandy, and feeling so much better. And thank you so much for hosting me, the Fox, from the Pepe DAO. We're actually going to go for a rebrand in the next week because we don't want to be linked to the whole Pepe craze. Even though we launched before it, a total of 74 days ago, we have been tarnished with the same brush of that meme coin. And now, even though we've got so much going on in our ecosystem, people are just like, what is this meme coin? And oh no, it's just related to the rest. But we were actually here before the curve started. So we're going to go under a rebrand to go into a professional front. We're still going to keep our asset, our token that we have, which allows you to be a member of our decentralized autonomous organization. But we're just going to change the front end and our branding of everything so that we are just separated from the crowd, and then we can move forward, because we were never like them. And we've been providing real world business models, real world products, and also innovations on the DeFi space for all of our community members. And now we feel like we're done with being tarnished with that brush, because we are a real long-term project and business model that already has, I don't know if you've talked about it yet, so I'm not going to do much more right now. I'm going to let you guys do your thing. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Mate, that's really interesting to hear.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. That's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Especially when I saw the froggy, I was like, it's under the Pepe craze right now that's been going around.
Yeah, so what are you going to do with all the NFTs and stuff like that? Are they just going to stay the same?
Oh, yeah, we're going to keep it the same. I mean, I'm the Fox. I'm 29. I'm from London. I've been working in the entertainment and the event space for the past 14 years. I have my own entertainment company that supplies immersive entertainment in the form of fire performances, interactive shows like 10-foot Alice in Wonderland installations. You go for a maze and then you come with all of these characters, full prosthetics, so they look like the original characters. But I also do giant martini glass shows. I supply corporate entertainment, stuff for the government, the military, stuff internationally and nationally, and I've done that for 8 years in total. But I also have an immersive dining business coming out this year, and I'm a professional event manager, production manager of events, stage manager, and basically anything you can think of in the event sector. I've done that for 10 years, and that will link into something that I'll talk about later. But I bring all of my self-employed experience of building unique, creative business templates from the ground up. Because in the event sector, for example, there is no model for you. They've just started to bring out courses, but the only way you can do it is dive in and create your own thing from scratch. And then I found out about DeFi and the ability to actually be able to put all of that into this space, get the funding, unite people, create more platforms, provide more opportunities for people. Because in real and on here, I'm passionate about creating platforms that support the people. It's not about that old business hat mentality of I am the top, you do what I say. We need to co-collaborate, and then you get everyone involved, you pay them slightly better, and then you make sure that they are taken care of. Because if you take care of the people that work for you, they will do more for you than anybody else, because they will believe in you, and vice versa. And when you are selling a business, you are selling yourself. And the old tactics are not a part of this new world that we are currently in, like DeFi, for example. So I'm passionate about combining real world business, actual products, and trying to facilitate mass adoption, as there is only 3% of the people using it in the world. So we have a right and a duty to create the molds that will be able to allow those people to facilitate this bleeding edge and amazing technology. We need to make the social media. We need to make the businesses. We need to make the products. We need to make all of these things. An empty layer 2 tokenization is not the way to do it. So I brought all of that experience here, and I'm share this show with you today and talk to you a little bit about what we're going on.
Amen, brother. That was incredible. And you know, on a personal note, now I know why Roller wanted me to really talk to you, because I share a lot of that vision in blockchain. And I mean, that's awesome. I didn't know you were that busy. I know Roller like jokes around like this boy doesn't sleep, but yeah, like I see it. So as one person that actually loves the technology and understands how it's super important for people like us in this space to push it, you know, I appreciate everything you've built, and I didn't know how intricate all this was, you know, put together. So that's really neat, and you know, that's awesome. I love it. Again, that's now I understand why Roller wanted us to speak, because we share a lot of the same visions on that. So let's see what we got going on. Do you want to go into the roadmap, or which one do you want to go start? Because I see you got a lot of stuff going on. I've done my own little research on it. The thing I'm really interested about is the drink. I've never had like one of those products where you get into a project and they actually have utility behind it with stuff like that. So I'm looking to get me some Jeet. I think it was Jeet juice. Is that what is the name of it?
Yeah, Jeet Tears. And let me just talk about the branding behind that first, so everybody that's listening understands why I chose that term. It's part of the culture, but in the wrong way. The reason I chose Jeet Tears is Jeet in Hindi actually means victory, triumph, or win. But sadly, some of the toxic people in the Telegram space have decided to try and use this word as a defensive and a derogatory way to separate people of nations. And you know what blockchain is? It is not something that separates. It combines us across every country. It is borderless. And I will not stand for any of these separation tactics anymore. That is why I am clear cut in my message. You will drink the Pepe DAO, drink of the DAO, made out of fresh Jeet's tears. You can quench your thirst with the tears of victory. And we will also put that as a parody in the advertising so people know that it's a bit more tongue-in-cheek, a bit more slapstick, but then we can actually educate them. I've had some fight back about this idea, but I don't mind, because I am going to make it clear cut, and I'm going to keep delivering this until people understand, because people will laugh, and when they laugh, you already won them over already. And that product was actually made as a joke video by one of our community members like 4 weeks ago. And I was like, that's fantastic. Solo, he's my right-hand guy. Let's find a manufacturer. Found a manufacturer, got the branding made in a day. It was done in 2 weeks. And currently, by the way, I've just received 12 cans in the UK, but also we have sent 12 cans to Australia. And we have a deal with Sheba Wings, which is a restaurant of the Gold Coast, which sells hot wings, and they exclusively accept Sheba. I sent them a message last week and said, by the way, we've got these products already arriving, and our in-house contract developer will happily come and have a meeting with you. I actually just received a message from them today saying, we're interested to talk. Come and drop by when you have a sample. Those samples will arrive on Thursday. Yakato, who's our in-house contract developer, he's also in contact with a couple of crypto cafes over in Australia. Now, I don't know if anyone knows this, but in regards to customs, Australia is the hardest place to get products into, and it is currently with the border officials right now, and it should arrive on Thursday. So that is the big test. And when we do finally get it through, and Solo is also runs his own import-export business for his stuff, he did all the forms, and it's been done completely. So once that is in, we can just keep sending and sending and sending. I have a new partnership with Two Lands, by the way, which is a project in America. I'm not going to go too much into what they do, but they're from the hospitality industry like me, the event space. They've been in it for 15, 20 years. And when I make a partnership, I don't ask them. They were just like, what do you want from us? I'm like, no, I'll tell you what I can offer you. And then if you want to reciprocate, you let me know. Turns out they've got contacts with at least 30 bars and also wholesalers, which they can offer exclusive rights to sell our drink there. And because of how open and upfront and authentic they thought I was, they were happy to then provide that. And we're going to finalize our deal. So that will basically mean we might have Australia and America already done. I mean, it's made in Denmark, but we're going to start those two places and then we'll focus on Europe, because, you know, you should go where your energy is being taken right now. If you get some interest, you might as well go head for level for that. And the fact that we managed to get it into Australia, I feel like that's the battle already done for us. Now we've just got to have the meetings and deliver.
You're going to be sending a couple down to Brighton.
You know what?
I can. Yeah, talk to me after this. Send me your address, man.
Hey, I'm going to talk to you as well, because I'm trying to get it. And especially after the whole description, I had no idea. And you're right. Like the Jeet description, as far as I've known, has always been like a term that's thrown in crypto in like a negative aspect. And I didn't even know that that meant victory. So I love the irony in it. I love the idea behind it. And I mean, shoot, I love how quick you were able to develop it. So for anybody here that is listening, whoever's in the crowd, I don't know where to look at for the numbers. So I'm just going to speak. But look at what these guys are doing. It's possible. You just really got to put your foot to it. Like, he does not stop. Like, it's crazy to think that the idea was like thought of not too long ago, and the next day you were already getting the stuff done. So I'm going to keep up to, I know Thursday is an important date for those people that are keeping up to track with what's going on. And that's it. Like, I didn't know anything about that. So I'm even more excited to even get the juice now. And for the meaning, not just because of like what I was speaking of earlier. Like, you just gave me a whole nother reason to want to own like a couple of them. One I open and one I don't.
Thank you for wanting to just have a little piece of our history that we're creating right here. I really appreciate that.
It's the victory, like you said it. We can all take a sip of the victory, and I'm with that.
So go on, let's go through this white paper. Let's get to the meat and bone, shall we?
That's what everybody wants to see, and I love it.
I'll let you do your review. Just do your review and tear me apart, brother.
Yeah, no, we're going to. I looked at it myself yesterday just so I can get a glimpse of it. But, you know, since there's a lot of part of the ecosystem, there's some people that want to know the tokenomics. There's people that love the NFTs that you got going on. And then with the drink that you were just talking about, like other people like that. And I know there's some merchandise that's going to be tied to it. I was looking at where we are on the roadmap. So let's see. So that's where you were last off right here on the partner, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So look at that, guys. Already on the fourth part, you know, when I first got into crypto, roadmaps are one of my favorite things to look at. It gave me a sense of like the team was actually had a vision. It wasn't just let's get money and then figure out what we're going to do with it. It's this is it. This is where we're at. You're either lucky enough to get on the launch or you just come along as it starts to get built. And, you know, one of the things a lot of people are interested is staking. So that's not live yet, if I'm not mistaken. And that's
I've got a story about that.
Oh, run it. Let's hear it.
We did have staking. We had staking, and we were using a third-party consultant by the name of Red Giant, and that got exploited in March. I was actually coming back from taking my partner to drop her car off 9 a.m. UK time, and I was checking the chat, and I saw that the Red Giant staking pools were being exploited. So we managed to get our contract developer in New Zealand 12 hours ahead, just finished work, to pull over on the side of the road and basically up our taxes to the maximum amount, which is 25%. And we managed to subvert a lot of that damage. He got one sell-in before we managed to up those taxes. We were at 32K, we got sold down to 9. And then we tracked that wallet and made sure that every single token had been sold. And then we said, okay, you can buy back now. And we put a full statement up straight away. As soon as we saw that happening, we made sure that every single person went and then revoked their permissions to that contract. And there's an important reason why we did that, and I'll tell you about that later. Even our top representative is like, sorry, man, I'm out, I can't. And then he was watching how quickly we were reacting, and then he was watching and managed to track that wallet, and he bought back in before we managed to start buying up the floor. We went back up to 30K in that day. And in total, we managed to personally refund out of our own pockets 7% of the supply that was taken from the staking pools and our holders that were attached to those staking pools. And it is never their fault for these bad actors trying to cause damage to them. These other projects didn't manage to react so fast, and they got sold to the ground. But we managed to stop that and make sure that all of the people that were affected were recompensated, because that is the least that they deserve from us. We want to make sure that everyone that supports us is supported 100% of the way. Because if you give us your time, that is your energy and your greatest asset. And we will always give back to that. But basically, the hacker came back, and then he wiped people's wallets after. So he did what I think is he got the CA for each of those specific tokens. He managed to drain a Ledger wallet, by the way, as well. And then he came back later for individual wallets and then just took everything out. Absolutely everything. It's horrific.
That's insane.
But we managed to stop that from happening. That wallet, by the way, that hacker, we tracked it to a hot wallet on Binance. 6.2 million stolen in a week.
Jeez, wow. I've done that once. I've done after I've had my fair share. The whole team has of rug pulls. I've tracked, and yeah, you can see that these scammers stay active. They'll scam thousands of hundreds, if not millions of dollars out of projects and just move on to the next one. And there's some guys that are nice enough to let you know, hey, there's an exploit in your code, you guys need to fix it. Unfortunately, this guy was a bad actor, and that's crazy to hear that he was even able to get into the ledgers, because that's the one thing that everybody, besides a cold wallet, but that's the one that everyone goes to, if not the was it a Trezor, which is the other one. Yeah, that one looked neat at first. And I want to make another note to that, because with everyone that is in the DeFi space has gone through the FTX collapse, the Celsius collapse, the Terra Luna collapse, and you know what they didn't do is back up the people that lost money. And it's very rare to actually have that and have a team that was able to make it right, because just like you were saying, Fox, it's not the investors' fault that this happened. It's also not you. You're gonna know that there was gonna be some hacker that was gonna come around into a platform that you have vetted and actually like trust. No one can really hold this down to it. So the fact that you were able to reimburse and help out the community and get that market cap back, like, just speaks a lot about what this project's about and the people that are running it. So kudos to you for that. It's tough. Yeah, absolutely.
Most people, they don't usually care about the community that much to actually try and reimburse them.
Well, like, I come from the rough, man. I know I sound like I speak very well, but I have been able to get to where I am today through my own moral understanding of the world and the people that have offered me their wisdom and their help along the way. And without that, without being able to form my family out of the friends and incredible, inspiring people throughout my life, I wouldn't be where I am today. That, and also, like, I got into circus when I was 15, and then that led me to events and all of the things that I do now. But without that, I wouldn't be anyone. And I really appreciate anyone that's willing to give me their time. And if you give me that time, I will give you all of mine, because it's about helping each other. Once you've been rugged to the floor so many times personally in your life, you really do appreciate those people that are there for you. And if we put our heads together, our combined energies, we use all of our processing power, our creativity, we can do more than anyone else, because we can combine that together and move forwards. And that is what we need. That is what decentralization means to me. It means something else than just DeFi. It means we create the networks that facilitate and support each other. And with that, we don't need the centralized help. We can help each other, and then we move forwards. And that's what we need to do.
That's it. And I agree with you on that. Like, and another thing is, you said we give you your time, or we give us your time and you give us back yours. Like, that is huge. You saw how busy this man is. Like, he's got access. So yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I think our visions correspond a lot with this stuff. And even hearing you talk about it more, I'm just like, man, like, it makes me FOMO back into the whole idea. It's like, let's push this, not because we want to make people rich, but because we believe in the technology. We see the use case for the world. And like, for once, we the people have the ability to give back to people who don't have the ability to be in positions. And that's one of the reasons I love blockchain, is it opens up accessibility to a monetary system that some countries don't even allow, or with inflation just completely wrecks like their whole nation, their people. And yeah, I'm going off a rant, but yeah, the stuff you were saying kind of got me on that.
I agree. Like, 4 of our mods, man, like 2 of them from Africa, and then 2 others are from like Asia, and we pay them more than $10 a week, but that is enough for them to be able to do a lot more than I'd be able to do with that money. And if we can give that back, and we provide these people with a better quality of life, and we can therefore create more opportunities in every way for everyone that is involved, whether it's monetarily, whether it's opportunity, whether it's middlemaning them or middle personing them, to be able to provide them with like networking or all these other amazing projects that I'm finally managing to meet after 4 years of grinding and getting my head out of the gambling space. And like, we need day traders and everything, but I've been looking for the people that view things the same way and not just say it. I hate buzzwords. Like, I want to meet the people that believe, so we can push together. We need to do that.
That's it.
But that's what I think anyway.
Yeah, no, we need people. I mean, we'll find each other. The thing you were talking about, rugging, like, that's literally how most of the team like met and got together, was during those circumstances. And they were like, well, you know what if we just get together and we can at least protect ourselves a lot better, versus just putting our money here, putting our money there, and they just take advantage of it. And here we are. We've met each other. We got the Pepe DAO, and then we got SideKick pushing out the same vision on like how we can help people facilitate the idea of what blockchain is. It's like, that's why for me, Jumpstart is one of my things I'm so excited about, because that is so huge that people are able to now raise money decentralized without having to worry about anything. And later on, I'll go on to an article I found because it was talking about how just exactly that, how crypto crowdfunding is really like taking over. Let's see. Well, now that, you know, keep on going before I get sidetracked and start going on all these rants with you, because I could trust me. We'll have to go back to the bar and actually get one of these going. One of the things I like about this, we will definitely, is the buy tax. I saw that you guys are eventually wanting to get to 0. Where are you on that process?
7% at the moment. We were at 10. We went up above 100k. Our all-time high is 150. I think currently we're about 58k. We've been retracing 50 and 40 over the past few weeks, as some of the people that have been with us since 73, 74 days have been exiting. But a lot of the people that have been standing by us are people that really do appreciate what we're doing. Like, they just put it away, they max out, and they walk away. Well, they don't. They're still involved, but you get the sentiment that I'm doing. And right now, we still have those taxes there. And as we keep going higher, we will lower them. Funding is the only thing that really limits us. But I managed to meet an amazing person through Smart Finance, which is an Omnidex bridge combination in one, which I'll start talking about all of those partners on another session with you guys. But
yeah, absolutely.
Basically, 7% currently. And we found a grant writer that is happy to enable us by applying for a Binance grant for us, so we can get the funding we need to be able to push forwards. But that's another reason why I've been focusing on these real world products. I mean, we've got a couple more in development, a hot source through a company in America that's already running and got all of their approval. I'm just waiting for them to have the time. We have a secret product, which is being developed right now. It's going to take 3 months. And I think the world is going to laugh when I reveal that, but no sneak peeks on that one. It's also something which has not been currently affiliated with a project in history, to my knowledge, in the way that we have it coming. So, spoilers.
Yeah,
essentially. We also have a merchandise shop, which is coming out, where we're not going to just do our own merchandise. And like, in my events time, I'm not just friends with event sector people. I'm also friends with self-employed people in every regard, like clothing designers, from like drink producers, from artists, graphic designers, DJs, stage producers, of individual sound systems. The amount of underground DJs is like roast dinners that I've had. The amount of live bands, the same. But all of these amazing people in my real space, I want to facilitate them. I actually just got approached by TCG Metaverse and CribX Virtual Immersive Entertainment after running and supplying 7 DJs to Polydoge at their Inverse Metaverse birthday. That went off, and now those people are coming back to me and going, oh, here's another person you might want to meet. So we're going to be able to distribute other people's products and merchandise, make sure they're of high quality. It's not going to be a 5-wash thing. It's going to be over 100-wash thing, and the clothing is going to be made of good quality material. Bamboo or hemp, cotton, there's no substitute really. We don't want to contribute to waste and fast fashion either. So that's going to be featured in the Pepe Playhouse. As soon as I've got the LLC set up in the next couple of weeks to enable us to sell that legally, then we will also help a couple of other projects that are in contact and a couple of community lounges that want their own merchandise prepared and made. They want to do it, but they don't have the links and the connections. We do, and we need to facilitate them. Sorry, that was a lot at once. We have a lot going on. But the reason I went into that whole rant is because revenue streams and real world products enable us to then give back to our token holders and also to the people that hold the Frogium based artwork, because we want to keep providing rewards as quickly as possible to be able to support the people that support us by going, here are our revenue streams. We've been grinding hard and we appreciate your support. You didn't need to, but you have. And here is something to give back. And we will keep giving back as much as we can.
Absolutely, brother. No, and I appreciate that description. You know, there's one thing that you casually just said and just try to say something else to get over was you gave some alpha here, and I don't just let any alpha slip by the cracks. We don't have to talk too much about it because I don't want to be that one. But anyone who's listened, you heard it here. There is some alpha out there that is it on the roadmap? That's the one thing I'll ask. Is this alpha part of the roadmap? If you can answer that. If not, it's cool. No worries.
The Pepe Playhouse, that is the online shop that we will be setting up. The entertainment stuff, that is not on the roadmap. apart from the Blockchain Immersive Summit, which is coming up in November in London, supported by a couple of media companies who I will not spoil right now, but they're connected with North American influencers like Wendy O and other people. And it's going to be a layer 2 token, NFT, Web 3.0 gaming, DeFi for dummies, set up your MetaMask workshops, but also combine with all of my immersive event experience to bring a bit more entertainment to this world and bring our world into reality. Provide music, provide good food, comfy seats, and enable all of these people that have been grinding hard in front of the screens a chance to meet in real, make more connections, and also just let go a little bit so we can help them refuel and come back to the space and feel inspired and go, let's go. That was great. I've never been to anything like that. And keep on trying together, because, you know, it's hard enough when you're a developer grinding by yourself. But if we can come together and have a bit of a relaxation and an inspiration, then I think we can do even more. So that's coming out in November. That is on our roadmap in our Telegram, and we keep delivering our updates there. But you can see that step number 8, DeFi exposition.
Right there. That's exciting, and I'm right there with you. Like, it's very rare that you actually get to meet a lot of these people on the screen. It kind of reminds me of like when I used to play Xbox a lot and I used to make friends there. Like, we would actually have these legit friendships that every time I'd get off of school, we'd hop on, communicate, but that was it. Like, that's as far as we ever went. And I was fortunate enough to cause our developer, he lived in the state I lived in. So when I found that out, we were able to go to a conference and meet. And like, just having that actual live interaction did like motivate me even more, because it's like you can see it and you can feel it, whether you're, you know, with the people or you're in a room with the people, like all pushing the same thing. One of the things I really liked about that conference was to see people younger than me pushing this technology, because they are our future. The fact that they're understanding the technology at their age, to me, motivates me, because I was 22 when I finally decided to like get into this and then understand really what was going on. And to know that there's just people younger than us, people younger than me, understanding, pushing it, getting involved, starting projects, or, you know, whatever it may be, is great. And none of that could be possible without some of the people here in the space putting forward the technology, doing what they can to get to this point. Because I'm sure you remember when DeFi wasn't DeFi, and that's the biggest like game changer here. Is what DeFi once, when I first got into DeFi, is not what DeFi is now. DeFi is like more defined, a lot easier to get into. A lot of people won't just like build on it. I think we lost Fox, but yeah, I know he's around. He'll get back in here.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, no, I knew.
Oh,
We always have some technical issues with this too, so it's all good. So, how long do we have? Let's see. We've got pushed an hour already. So one thing I wanted to go over a little bit before you go is the NFTs as well. I had the website right here in case anyone wants to look at their website. There it is right there, and that's where they have all their NFTs. But can you tell me a little bit more about them? Is there utility behind them? Like, what's you know, one thing I've noticed, like for example, the ones that are worth more, is there a reason why, or is it just because, I mean, these look bomb? Like, I love these two.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. When our NFT creator was just like, you can have multiple themes in one collection, I was like, buddy, thank you. You've just made so much more work for yourself. So there's 30 different themed frogs in this collection. There are warriors, robots, gold, superheroes, old, babies, baby robots, elementals. There are gods, goddesses. There's so much going on in this collection, sci-fi and more. So there are 3 levels of rarity. There are normal, currently priced at 0.2 BNB. There are rare on the second batch, because we've sold out the first batch. There are 4 batches in total, so you don't get to see all of the artwork straight away. They're at 0.6. We are on the second batch of ultras, and they are almost out as well. They're at 2 BNB. We actually have a big buy competition going on in our Telegram right now that ends at, well, for anybody else in the world, it ends in about 3.5 hours. And the top prize is one of these ultras. Someone has aped hard for 2.5. But I digress, and I'm not trying to do a call for action here. I'm just trying to tell you about a little thing that we've got going on to try and incentivize and keep us moving higher and higher. So these different tiers have a few different things going on. When we have our voting platform online, you can then use 1 for 1 vote or proposal, 5 for 5 votes or 1 proposal. That won't really change because anyone can do a proposal at any given time. And Ultra will give you 10 votes. But also we've got a Forex trading bot, which we're not advertising because we are not a security, we are not an asset. Buying into our token and our collection is essentially a membership. And when you join us, whether you have 1 token or 1 piece of artwork, that is immediately getting you involved in our ecosystem. And essentially with the Forex trading bot, we're testing it right now to be able to provide rewards. We had that live on the first day that we went live 74 days ago from GemPad launch. And essentially we have about $2,800 in there, and it should make around 1%. That is not a guaranteed number, and it could vary anywhere between 0.1 to 1%, and we're still testing out those numbers. I'm not advertising any specific gains whatsoever. I just want to make that clear. But we give away 50% of those profits each month. And if we can't guarantee, we already paid out $500 on the 1st of May, and there's only 70 minted out. So these people that have them got paid a decent amount of money. So if you have some of the normals, you get paid 35% of the profit. If you have a rare, you get 10% of the profit. And if you have an ultra, you get 5% of the profit. But there are 675 normal, there are 104 rare, and there are 14 ultra only. The rare also contribute and gain from the normal pool. The ultra gains from both pools. So those 35, 10, and 5 are not the solidified numbers, because the higher you go, the less you share with people in numbers, but the more that you gain from the overall amount of profit pools. And why does that matter in the long term? Because our revenue streams will also pay out to our token holders and our artwork holders simultaneously. So we will be rewarding you from everything that we do, whether you hold the token or whether you hold the artwork. That is basically what the artwork does currently. But in the rebrand, one of the names I'm throwing around right now is the People's Entertainment Platform Enterprise District. So we can be more themed towards entertainment. And what I'm going to do with this artwork, we've got a couple of other people that also have different themed animal collections. And one of the ideas I'm currently processing is maybe like the meme team, where we start making cartoons and graphic novels which feature all of these characters to provide a bit more fun and storyline into the world we're building. We're also in contact with a gaming company that might want to feature our character as a playable character in their game. That is long term, no guarantees, still in works and talks at the moment. But I want to bring back the fun and the entertainment to this space. As well as being a serious business, we can still provide more entertainment for everyone, whether that's through games, whether that's through artwork, whether that's through comics, graphic novels, stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at with the rebrand at the moment in my head. I still need an official meeting with the team to be able to go over that. And yeah, that's a little bit of information into the artwork and also where I'm thinking of taking it in the near future.
I love it. And one of the things I've been excited is the comic stuff. You know, that's something that I don't know what I can't say. So I won't say spoilers. Too much. Yeah, that's an anti-spoiler. But I'm really interested in that, like giving the art more of a life. And I love this collection, like especially the royal one. And I love the website. I love how it's all put together. You've done a really great job getting all this. And then on top of that, I read that when I was reading the white paper, how you have these bots for the Forex and stuff like that. And that's always a bonus. Like I was right before you came on, I was talking about how I'm a manual trader. So I trade using my knowledge and my indicators, but I have noticed a big game changer with bots. Like people are just automating these, indicators when this happens, when this average happens or whatever. And just don't worry about it. It's all automated. They don't have no emotions into it. If it loses, it loses. If it wins, great, even better, right? So that's another thing that's neat. It gives another use case to these NFTs. So I love that. Let's see what we got on this. And I hope you guys get that comment going on.
Oh, it's literally a matter of time. It literally,
Yeah,
I've got no restrictions. None at all.
it's not like if,
I mean,
but when.
yeah, literally. It's just like, but how can you do this? I'm like, well, why can I not? Like, I see no restrictions and I don't see no ceiling at all. I mean, your only limit is your imagination and the ability that you can push forwards with your own reach. And if you can just keep pushing and you can actualize these results with these meetings that seem to be 95% most of the time, then why not?
I'm excited.
Why not?
Yeah, nah, I'll definitely pick one of these up. I'm gonna get more into it. There was one thing I saw on the roadmap. I don't know where you guys are on development, but the play to earn. That's been one of my favorite concepts for a long time. I haven't seen too many really captivate that to where it's official where we feel like it's working. So where are you on that? How is it going with the progress and exactly what is the game? I saw it was a first person shooter.
Okay. We actually have a free play go-kart game that was made by the game developer that was talking about this, and I love this guy. He's got 3 kids. He's head of an IT company in Real, but to be honest with you, he needs a break, and I appreciate his time and everything he's done, but there is not a block there, because I'm also in contact with Fusey Fox, with a London-based game company that's producing something. No spoilers, no alpha, not my projects, not my details to share. But I am in contact. I'm just meeting so many amazing people, so many amazing companies, and they're up for collaboration. So now I am in talks with other games, a couple of games actually, and some of them I feel are really captivating. The UI, beautiful. The interoperability and like the ease of play and everything that I've seen, bullish as anything. And we will have games, and it might not be what you have seen descripted in that white paper, but I can at least guarantee that there will be at least one coming up. More spoilers. More spoilers.
Just spoilers. That's exciting. That's a lot to have into the ecosystem. Give all the use case to the token, the NFTs, with the drinks, the games, this event that you got going on, and that alpha going on. It's a lot. So I hope everyone's listening. And if you're not invested, hopefully this gives you a lot of strength. For me, after hearing you talk, Fox, it gives me more of a reason to even get into it, because with the experience of getting rugged, one of the things I do is vet the people. I get the vibe, I get the feel. And if I feel it's another individual that has the same vision, then that's where, like you were saying, we park our money there and we just walk away, because we understand that building takes time. It's not just done over in a day, a week, not even in a year. Sometimes it takes a lot longer than that. And knowing that you got a good place to put your money is very important. So the due diligence that we've done here, having Fox come through, give us the description, some little alpha there, and go over exactly what the NFTs do. Also being honest about the hack, showing you how he made up for it. That's very rare in the crypto space. So we really appreciate your time, brother. Is there anything else that you feel we didn't go over, or maybe some last words to the community about the project? I also heard that you had a buy competition, so please go into that. Let them know what they need to do. I know you said they only have 3 hours, but hey, that's 3 hours better than nothing.
Yes, sir. And thank you so much for your time. It's your greatest asset, and I appreciate that you are willing to feature me and also the people that are behind me. And I guess my closing words in relation to what you've just said in reverse order. Please come and join our community. We are not expecting you or asking you to join us. We are at only about 58K and it's like 150K in our all-time high. And I personally feel like that's really undervalued, to be honest with you. And one way or another, we will get there and we will keep going. So please come join the family. Everyone is welcome. We do not separate. We do not segregate. We do not accept any separation or bullying or harassment at all. I will stomp that immediately. In relation to the second thing, we have amazing partners that I'm meeting that are willing to join us, and they've got amazing disruption technology and other stuff, and everyone is going to benefit that is our partner. We will be linking them all together to be able to take advantage of these amazing services as one and one for all. I will introduce you to them as well in the near future, hopefully on another episode of your amazing show, the SideKick Social Hour. My final thing, I guess, is I'm the Fox. I'm from the PEPED, currently to be rebranded and renamed, but we are not relaunching at all. We are going to keep moving forwards like we have been every single day, and we'll do the work for you so you don't have to. Just come, join our family, get involved, and know that we're going to keep going no matter what. There's no reason for us to stop. And as someone that's been surrounded by people that always throw around empty promises, all I can promise you is that I will never stop building, and I will never stop networking, and I will keep the people that are close to me, and I will help as much as I can, and together we can make a better future. We will be the forerunners that will create the mold for everybody else to filter into as they do understand that this technology is sustainable, and we can be the ones to provide that sustainability for everyone. I thank you so much. Dabs galore, Tom, SideKick, everyone that's been listening today. Appreciate you and your time, and have a good time wherever you are, morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are in the world. That's me out.
Hey, cheers, brother. No, that was great. And for anybody who's looking to buy, you can go on PancakeSwap. They're part of the BSC chain. Remember, the tax is at 7%, so keep that into consideration when you're getting into it. And yeah, no, that was really good, and I appreciate it once again for having you. I also have my own Telegram called Shill Team 6. You're welcome to come in there and just shill all you want on this, because again, for me, I've put that community together in order to bring these great projects together. We do the due diligence in case, some people feel lazy about it, but we also record it so you can go back. And this is one project that I'm definitely going to be pushing out there. So feel free to join it. I'll send you some links if you're not already in there, and please shill away whatever you want. You're welcome to.
Appreciate you.
For sure. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. How much? I think we're over the hour, so we won't go too much. We appreciate you for coming through, Fox. Everything you got building on, one thing I can say is I do appreciate people's time as well, especially when they're building a space and all this together for people to easily be able to come into it, use it. And that's one of the things that, I loved about our team as well, like with Cause. So we need more people like this, and we're getting them united. So everyone that showed up for today's social hour to get more information, we appreciate your time. As always, I think we're going to end it here, and cheers to everybody.
Yeah, man. Send it.